This one is a flyweight contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let's welcome in out of the blue corner, making his way to the cage, Mefi Monterroso.
Mefi Monterroso making his way out to the cage now. Now the main card guys got here a little late. I was not able to discuss with them much of anything prior to the start of our undercard at 7 this evening, so I do apologize. I wasn't able to get a lot of information other than what I already know, so I'm not going to have specific records and things like that. But Mefi Monterroso making his way out to the cage in a hurry. He will be taking on a hometown favorite here with Christian Ynastrilla. But Mefi Monterroso is, I know that he is a skilled fighter and that he is here to put on a show, but most of all to secure a very, very dominant win would be his only purpose of being in the cage this evening. 125 pounders, expect a lot of action and a lot of quickness. Not the biggest guys. That's okay. And he is. There's a lot of mass packed into 125 for Mefi Monterroso. Very, very stout frame. What we call a fire hydrant.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. Let's welcome Christian Ynastrilla.
And here comes Christian Ynastrilla. Again, I don't mean to sound biased, but I do know him personally, so I will know a little bit more about releasing the old Kraken, a striker and jiu-jitsu practitioner. He is hyper-aggressive. It has been known to get the better of him sometimes in the past, but more often than not, it does tend to work out for him. He is a hyper-aggressive submission attacker, comfortable off his back. He does like to mix it up. He likes to bang a little bit on the feet, for sure. But representing ATT Wolfpack as he has for so long now. And there's Carl DeBruzzi in his corner. Known Carl for quite some time now. Good to see him still around. And wants to make sure that Carl DeBruzzi and Michael Tavares get all the credit for his performance tonight. Been getting a lot of work with those guys in lately. They've been paying him a lot of special attention. Kind of a karate style guy on the feet. Little bit of a sideways stance, kind of a darting attack. But again, loves to get after it on the ground. Constant pressure, constant submission attack. Good triangles, good arm bars. So definitely probably looking to get us into the ground. Monterroso also might be looking to get us to the ground. Cool as a cucumber. The other side of the pillow, a polar bear's toenails, as it were. Sitting down, relaxing, butterfly, stretching in his corner is Monterroso, as Ynastrilla is getting a little bit of grease on the mug there, ready to get it on. And the Kraken will now be released into the arena. Mefi Monterroso looks to be the slayer of monsters. Featured bout this evening. Thanks for tuning in. Action Fight League AFL from Hard Rock Live, Hard Rock Hotel Casino in Hollywood, Florida. I'm Blake Bowman. In the cage is my broadcast partner for the evening, Rodolfo Roman. Two experienced professionals looking to give you a little bit of the old ultra violence. Rodolfo, make it happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the flyweight contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first out of the blue corner. This man walks in with a record 6 victories, 3 defeats. He's a mixed martial artist who weighed in at 124.6 pounds, fighting out of San Jose, California. Here is Little Monster, Mefi Monterroso. And across the cage, out of the red corner, this man walks in with a record of 9 victories, 4 defeats, a mixed martial artist who weighed in at 125.8 pounds, fighting out of Hialeah, Florida. Here is Christian, the Kraken, Ynastrilla. And when he actually beats the third man in the cage, Andrew Glenn.
The little monster versus the Kraken, the big monster. Christian Ynastrilla and Mefi Monterroso in our featured main card bout of the evening. 2 more exciting bouts after this, but this one's about to get loud. Round number 1 underway. Rodolfo, Roman, big guys in the cage.
Big for their size.
Yeah.
Christian Ynastrilla has a good background there in their ground game. Mefi Monterroso, though, has good heavy hands, Blake, which I think that could be the difference here. That's why you can see that Chris is attacking right from the start.
Yeah, Chris is a big-time submission attacker. Good triangles, good arm bars. But Monterroso, man, is sturdy. On the back already, this is a bad place to be. This is why they call him the Kraken. Body triangle in. One arm under the neck already.
He's a former champion from Titan FC.
Yes.
Competed. Lost it to Huáscar Cruz.
A good fight.
Very good fight. Very good fight.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
So many fights, Blake, you just forget.
Yeah. I mean, Christian is he's no spring chicken. He's a young guy, but this might be a wrap. He's under the chin. He's chasing that hard, man. He has very, very aggressive submission, good squeeze.
Now, as for Monterroso, the good way there of using his feet to push himself off the cage.
He needs to be hand fighting. He needs to be hand fighting quick. You cannot allow Christian. There you go. He's doing a good job of turning back in now, but that body triangle may play trouble for him. Yeah, good job of isolating the hands now for Monterroso.
It's the opening round of this contest. We still got 2 more bouts featuring 2 former UFC vets. Brandon Digger-Brandao and Marcos Perez.
Yeah, Marcos Maluco Perez. I've had the pleasure of training with that guy in the past, and he is...
and a Pillow Fighting League champion.
That's right. Congratulations. That guy does not know what a non-power punch is.
Very exciting fights coming up next. We thank you for joining us here on Viva Live TV.
Ynastrilla here with a very comfortable position, looking to just make it uncomfortable for Monterroso, kind of giving a smother there. Good job of just controlling that body triangle, staying really composed, not wasting any energy.
So for Monterroso, because Ynastrilla does have that body like real tight, what does Monterroso need to do in this position, Blake?
As of right now, unfortunately, he's doing most of what he needs to keep doing, and that's hand fight. He cannot let Ynastrilla get that grip and get under the chin. And Ynastrilla is just constantly just like switching arms, one arm, the other arm, one arm, the other arm. He's bailed on the traditional body triangle. He's gone inside now. So maybe that. He's done a good job of breaking the body triangle finally. Now he wants to get his back to the mat as soon as possible. He wants to get that right arm up, that left shoulder to the mat. Ynastrilla doing a good job of turning away, but Monterroso cannot do that. So now go the other way.
The fact that the fight is early on in this position, if they're going to be sweaty, that makes a difference. They're dry right now.
They are dry right now, but even more so than that is that that first round of adrenaline's hitting you while Ynastrilla is making it very hard to breathe. Now, again, Monterroso could really fight here to get one shoulder to the mat while Ynastrilla does not have that body triangle. When he locks, he's not in the... There it is. There, good job of reversing into the guard. Very patient for Monterroso. I did see the opportunity there. He was very safe, did not expose his neck. Good job by Monterroso. Yeah, he may have heavy hands, but he is not a unskilled competitor on the ground. And man, he is a lot of 125.
Yes.
Monterroso is
he's stacked. He's stacked for a 125er.
Built like a fire hydrant.
It's like a little pit bull.
A Volkswagen Beetle.
Now,
good knee to the body as well.
This is the fight that he likes, Blake. He likes to strike.
Yeah. Good knee to the body.
But look how he positions his defense there with the hands up.
You know
Not
John
tipping it
Lineker?
aside.
You know John Lineker?
Yes, yes. That's what he has.
Very John Lineker-like, but good job of finishing that takedown for Ynastrilla. Ynastrilla threw a couple of kicks that Monterroso was kind of ate, and I think he said, you know what, let's get out of this stand-up situation.
Let's go back to where I like to fight.
Yeah, good place to be here. Past the legs, kind of going to scoop those knees up now.
Christian
I believe a
Ynastrilla.
brown belt. I believe it's a brown belt. I don't know for sure.
He is definitely a well-known person down here in South Florida, trains and always represents Hialeah. His last fight,
Somebody has to.
yeah. His last fight was in November. He won by decision against Jonathan Sepulveda, and prior to that, he had a victory by decision again in June against Matt Betzold. Now, after coming out those 2 unanimous decision victories, Blake, you're going to want to have a sub or a knockout victory in your agenda there,
of
in your
course you do.
resume.
He wants to get back to the finish, and he's doing what he needs to do here to work for the submission, but he's not getting greedy, which is good because this is the kind of guy, Monterroso's kind of guy to make you pay for a mistake. You don't want that guy on top of you raining down shots, for sure. For sure.
As for Monterroso, he's coming off a ground and pound TKO victory in the second round back in July.
There you go. You don't want that guy on top of you raining down shots.
It could be a very deadly position.
Yeah, it can generate a lot of power in a very short space.
And that's where that strength comes in from Monterroso, Blake.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we will see the dividends paid. Did the constant body triangle and the constant ground pressure, did it take a little bit of that energy, a little bit of that pop out of Monterroso? Not getting back to his feet very quickly, but he was also sitting down in the butterfly stretch position during all of Ynastrilla's walkout.
So knowing that Monterroso has that victory by way of TKO ground and pound, do you risk it or do you try to keep it standing? Try to protect yourself from getting taken down. Because Christian Ynastrilla, there's no doubt, that's his strategy. Take the fight to the ground where he feels very confident.
Clearly. And he's done it twice. Monterroso did a very, very good job, though, staying calm, defending submissions, and getting out. Landed some good shots whenever he got out as well. Good knee to the body. A couple good punches on the feet. The question will be, how much energy was zapped out of Monterroso during that first round? No, I think if you're in Australia, you do not try to take it. You do not try to stay on the feet. Not at all. No, not at all. You get this to the ground. You keep doing what you've been doing. He didn't get a lot of resistance on those takedowns, so keep doing it. You don't want to get caught on the way in. So you want to be careful. Don't get greedy. But if you're in Australia, no, you do not want to stand with this guy. You can look at this guy. You can see what kind of power he's got. You do not want to stand with Monterroso.
All right, here we go. We're about to find out what the strategy will be, if it will remain the same or it will change. Second round, Monterroso versus Ynastrilla.
Good head movement from Monterroso.
Monterroso there with the blue on the red, Ynastrilla.
Yeah, and on that single.
Already trying to go for the ground. Great body lock there. Trying to find a way now, wrapping himself around, Blake.
Yep. And Ynastrilla's the kind of guy that doesn't mind playing off his back, but here I would not suggest that because, as you mentioned, that TKO victory, you do not want this guy in your guard throwing down shots. This is where you are safest. If Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a self-defense art, back control means that you will not get hit by your opponent with anything really damaging, which is what you're doing here. Good job of hand fighting.
Yeah, well, good way for Monterroso to keep that chin down.
Good squeeze
He's
there.
squeezing hard. And this is a very critical position for Monterroso. He has to be very careful.
He's out of the choke so far. Got to keep hand fighting. This is the same position where Monterroso escaped earlier.
That's exactly where he wanted to be. Get some of that ground and pound action, but Ynastrilla has that body like really tight right now.
There, now he has the instep under the knee that's going to keep Monterroso from turning to the left. Now he switched to the right side again. Very fluid back riding here with his body triangle from Ynastrilla. He's just kind of using it to nullify Monterroso and suck some of the wind out. I mean, switching back and forth. Good job of trapping the hook for Monterroso.
Monterroso keeping that chin down, defending himself as much as he can, waiting for that position to make a quick turn and get the advantage. But Ynastrilla just has him really, really tight, Blake.
Yeah, he's just, and again, he's not being too greedy. He's not overextending. I keep saying too greedy, right? He's not committing to something that he doesn't know is 100% there. Ynastrilla, that could be good. But again, the grip wasn't quite there. He bailed on it. He's going to switch arms again. Is Ynastrilla.
Ynastrilla is so flexible. He even took a minute to grab his own foot to bring it up, so he can lock it in. That body lock.
He's not quite in that 10-finger gable grip. He keeps switching his arms back and forth. He's just doing this to make Monterroso move. He's not committed fully to the squeeze yet. Very, very smart. You don't want to burn your arms out on this guy. and not be able to defend punches when they start coming.
Just to catch him off guard and nail in that rear naked. That's what he's waiting for. He has 2 minutes and a half to go.
Yeah, Monterroso wants to be aware of when the body triangle switches like that, and that's when he needs to start turning his hips, get his back and his inside shoulder to the mat, and then get on top, as he did earlier.
Now, in this position, Blake, you would say that Monterroso here is the one that's being the most exhausted because he has to be trying to get himself out, or Ynastrilla?
I don't know that he's really using a lot of energy to get himself out. Monterroso, he's doing a good job of kind of biding his time, but the difficulty of breathing, he's trying to put his weight on Ynastrilla, but Ynastrilla's body triangle is going to restrict the breathing of Monterroso more than Monterroso's weight is going to restrict Christian's breathing.
A minute and 55 seconds to go.
Both guys are being very conservative with their energy here. Neither guy's wasting a lot of energy. Kind of a stalemate.
At one point, though, if there's no action here, referee Andrew Glenn will probably step in and say something, pick this man up. Because it's been kind of the same old song and dance for the past couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, technically, Ynastrilla is trying to attack submission finishes to finish the fight. As a guy that's grappled more than once in my life, I recognize he's not. There we go. Now he may go to this armbar here with still a minute left. Corner calling for wrestling power have to put him back on the ground. Ynastrilla may go for the armbar here, though. He's not afraid of that.
Oh. It's kind of an awkward position here, Blake.
Yeah, always landing on your head's awkward. And the kind of the height of Monterroso allows him to kind of tuck his chin and really expose the taller, in this case, Ynastrilla's head to the mat with that one. Didn't look to do any damage. Yeah,
now he turned. He got forgot. That was in deep waters.
Yep. As frustrating as the hooks and the body triangle may be, the fight will always be upstairs. The fight's not in the basement; it's always in the attic. In this
30
situation.
seconds to go.
Yeah.
Monterroso hanging on here to see if he can make it to the last chapter of this bout.
I mean, those are hard hammer fists, actually. Reverse hammer, whatever that is. Reverse hammer fist, I don't know.
There's been all.
I mean, those are thudding.
Yeah, the shots can be clearly heard from here where we are.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're playing patty cake.
No. I'm talking Monterroso's punches. I'd love to see just Chris over an armbar, something here to show something.
Got there, saved by the bell.
The second verse was same as the first, I think, for Ynastrilla.
Monterroso taking some time. I don't know if he's just trying to catch his breath or he's waiting for the stool, but kind of slow to get up there.
Well, Winner's Corner got in, he hopped up. Yeah, he's hard to figure. Is he gassed? Is he not gassed? He's not wasting energy.
No. Well, he hasn't gotten much damage. Most of the fight has been on the ground.
No, but he's not spazzing out. He's not using a lot of wasted energy just trying to get out of these positions. He seems to be happy to let Ynastrilla squeeze on his chin a little bit and throw some punches. The question is how much is it disrupting his breathing? They're rubbing the arms, making some blood in the arms for him. He's got to go hard here. He's got to open up here. I mean, you might get taken down, but you got taken down the last two rounds. You got to look to end it here early. If you're Monterroso.
So in this position here, do you try to play the distance and try to force Ynastrilla to strike?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the game plan.
Absolutely. But, I mean, Ynastrilla, and I don't mean to critique my friend, but a lot of his takedowns have not looked to be the highest level technique, and he's gotten them pretty easily. You got to make him make a mistake if you're Monterroso. You have to make Chris make a mistake.
And Monterroso does smaller.
Oh!
Whoa! But it seems like he blocked that.
Blocked it with his face. It didn't seem to bother him.
Now, Monterroso just needs to use that jab to keep him away.
Mm-hmm.
But, Monterroso does seem a little gassed out. Look at the way he's not reacting well, not good reflexes.
Yeah. Nice spin. Again, he went for something flashy, spinning back elbow, but Monterroso had it. Ynastrilla had it timed. Good body lock, takedown, and already got the legs locked up. Looking for mount here. Ynastrilla maybe will try mount, get a little different look, a little different view here, go for the finish. Nope, going to pass off to the side. Good pass.
Once again, just like we've seen in that first and second round, Ynastrilla and the upper hand in the ground game.
Yeah, Monterroso going to try to kick off here, go for like a backflip type position. Ynastrilla looking to land some elbows in the meantime, between time. And to the back he goes again, body triangle almost in.
This is the third chapter of this bout, and pretty much we're seeing a carbon copper.
I've read this book before.
Yeah, yes, you have. And he wasn't using any spark notes, Blake.
No, I read this book about 60 seconds ago.
From the first to the last page.
Yeah. And Ynastrilla has shown no real difficulty.
Oh, there's the top.
There it is.
We couldn't even see it from this angle. Whoa, Ynastrilla
Wow,
talking back.
Ynastrilla
We are in
pumped
the
up.
trenches.
We are in the trenches indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, Monterroso looking, he does look fatigued there. Absolutely. I think the constant body triangle work wore him out. And again, a slow, steady, methodical pace for Christian Ynastrilla, paying dividends in the end. Rear naked choke submission finish. Are we going to get a run back on that from the truck? Might have been a fatigue issue. Yeah, I didn't actually see the choke under the neck. I didn't see that. Ynastrilla, we in the trenches. We are in the trenches indeed. We're pushing to 10 o'clock here. I don't believe I'll get an interview with my friend Christian Ynastrilla, but a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show of patience and jiu-jitsu and technique there. And we are going to do an interview, so I will be right back with you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This contest comes to an end at 1 minute 38 seconds in the third round for your winner. By way of rear naked choke submission, Christian the Kraken Ynastrilla.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Christian Ynastrilla. Christian, hometown hero. I was saying on your walkout that you're a constant, aggressive submission attacker, but in this situation, you're able to maintain back control for most of the fight, and very, very patient. The body triangle, trying to wear some of the breathing out of them a little bit. Very, very conservative with your energy, and in the end, finally in the third round, it paid off pretty quickly. Hey, so I hear we in the trenches. Take a moment.
You know, I want to thank my coaches. I'd be nowhere without them. You know, I really want to thank Roger Craw. He's given me a second home. You know, during COVID, I lost my gym and I had really nowhere to train consistently. And, you know, Roger Craw helped me out a lot, so I want to give a big thank you to Roger Craw. I'd be nowhere without him. And I also want to thank all my coaches over there, Michael Tavares, Richard Jansen, and Carl Darbuz. And I really want to dedicate this fight. You know, this training camp has been super hard for me. You know, a month ago, I lost one of the most important people in my life. I lost my grandmother, and it was super hard for me. So everybody in the crowd, if you have a loved one, make sure that you tell them you love them every day, because you never know when it might be your last day.
Beautiful performance. That's going to be your 10th professional win. You got a lot of experience. Do you have anything coming up? What's next for you? Again, you're sailing into the new home with Roger Craw. Beautiful performance tonight. I think you're back at it pretty soon.
You know, that was my 4th win in a row. I beat a 9-3 guy my last time. I beat a 6-3 guy ranked in the top 15 in the state of California. I'm 10-4 right now on a 4-5 win streak. I want a shot at the big show. Matt Hume, Chaudhry, Rich Franklin, give me a call. I'm ready for one championship. Let's fucking go.
I think one championship. Be lucky to have you, ladies and gentlemen. The Kraken has been released. Put it together, Mr. Christian Ynastrilla.